She's soft. As she gets out on the move, she's got a lot of good pieces about her. And I really, really do appreciate the overall balance. You can go ahead and lead her out. This is going to make, I think, a whale of a mama cow, and certainly whenever I try to piece together in my mind what I like, this is it. A cow that's going to have some moderation. She's not too extreme in any one type, and there's a lot of different ways and things you can go in terms of breeding these kind of cattle. I think she's going to make a tremendous brood cow. The heifer follows her in second. Touch bigger frame, but certainly one of the better balanced heifers in the class. You really, really got to appreciate how fluid and sound this heifer can get out and move. She's got a lot of natural thickness, a lot of femininity and maternal characteristic built into this structure that she's got, and she's going to go on to make a whale of a cow. There's no doubt. She'll do a lot of good for the Shorthorn breed. As we continue to move on through the heifers in this class, we've got some differences, but certainly some maternal prowess, as you can see. We've got differences in size. I followed this third and fourth heifers behind those first two. They're similar in type. They certainly, for me, were the two that were a little easier fleshing. I won't disagree with you that they're probably a little more managed, maybe than some of the other females, but there still is more natural muscle capacity on that skeleton. And there's certainly a pair of heifers that I thought could follow close behind. These two roan heifers that come in next, followed by the white heifer, certainly some nice females. They've got a lot of length, a lot of femininity, and a lot of balance, and certainly will go on and do great for these young people.
Many thanks, Judge Hickman. First place is Sidetrack Stock Farms with Sidetrack Crimson Red 02F from the Chamberlains of High River, Alberta. Entry 1863 is first place in that class. She'll be coming right back in for our junior championship and will be joined by second place, entry 1865, Golden View Rare Ruby 10F from Golden View at Smoky Lake. If you're marking your show program on the second split of Shorthorn heifers, entry 1862 is fifth, 1861 sixth, 1860 is fourth, 1863 is first, 1866 seventh, 1865 second, and 1858 is third in class. So I'll reintroduce you to our contenders for the champion and reserve champion junior female, sponsored by Bear Acres Shorthorn and Lazy HJ Stock Farm, and the ability to move into our grand champion female drive of our National Shorthorn Show. That would be first place in our first split, entry 1867, Creekside Addie's Present 10F1F from Creekside Shorthorns, the Bishop crew of Holden, Alberta. And second place entry 1859, Solmax Rosa 8124 FET from the Schutz family, Schutz Cattle Company of Stony Plain, Alberta. First place in our second split, entry 1863, Sidetrack Crimson Red 02F from Sidetrack Stock Farms, the Chamberlains of High River. Second place entry 1865 from Golden View with Golden View Rare Ruby 10F. Once again, our junior champion female receives awards from Bear Acres Shorthorns, the reserve from Lazy HJ Stock Farm. Over in ring number 2, I see we're ready with comments on this Simmental Bull class from Judge Tyson Hertz.
I think a really nice class of yearling bulls here in the Simmental ring with an individual up top that I really, just my type of bull. And not only is he a show bull, but he's sound and he's flexible. Some would say maybe is he stout enough? I don't know. I think he's plenty stout for this breed, and I just love, how elevated he is through his front 1/3. He's smooth shouldered, long, and level down his top. A calf that just, he belongs in a show ring, and he definitely excels out here today. I think a really nice bull here to find in second, a calf that I think there's a lot of, muscle dimension and sheer power in. He's more rugged in the way he comes at us, and, doesn't have that really elevated front end that our class winner does, and is a little rounder out of his hip, but I think that's a pretty good calf just in terms of sheer dimension, and then in terms of presentation, really nicely put together out here. Just a calf we want to see just a little squarer with a little more presence to compete with that top end. Nice calf here in third as well, probably the biggest footed bull in this class. He hits you as kind of that more rugged through his bull through the front 1/3, being a little more bolder in his shoulder and in his crest, and that plays to his demise as he just in the ring here, he doesn't quite balance up like the two up front. He also has the hair disadvantage in this class, just being a little slicker in the way he's put together. But I really like how big-footed this calf is and how rugged he is in his design. But a nice class of an interesting trio of bulls.
Thank you, Judge Hertz. So your junior champion bull and receiving the banner, sponsored by Ultra Livestock. If there's a representative there handy for the photo op, Ultra Livestock is your champion junior bull banner sponsor, and that is going to entry 2045 LKCC Bold Venture 194F, exhibited by the Bold Venture Group. Your reserve junior champion bull with a banner sponsor from Rafter 4T Simmentals. That's going to RWS Ferdinand 551F, entry 2047 from Willerton Simmentals. And third in class, entry 2044, that's RWR Bearcat 18F, exhibited by Sunstar Simmentals. Just a reminder to all of our Simmental breeders, we will be going right from our champion bull class into our group classes before we take a picture break. So we'll want all of the Get a Sire and Breeders' Herd entries to be teed up and ready as soon as our champion bull class is determined.
And in ring number 1, National Shorthorn Show, Judge Hickman is ready to make comments on his junior championship.
I'm really pleased with this pair of heifers that we have out front, and certainly no slouches behind them. This is a tremendous set of heifers for this division. Let's give these guys a round of applause. These are prime examples of what this great breed, I think, is known for. They're very maternal, they're soft, and they're going to go on and certainly make tremendous brood cows. And we all know that we like to go into the calving barn and see those roan babies at calving time. There's nothing prettier than a roan female, I think, of any breed. When I evaluate these two, this pair of heifers, there's some small differences for me, but my list of priority when it comes to the pair of them, where one slightly sets herself apart for me, is the heifer in front. I'm going to use her as my division winner, and I'm going to follow up with the heifer from the second class as reserve. But a beautiful set of females. Congratulations.
And thank you, Judge Hickman. So each of our first places become our junior and reserve junior champion. Creekside Addies present 10F1F, entry number 1867, will be receiving the award from Bear Acres Shorthorns as our junior champion female, and we'll see her back again in our grand champion female class. Entry 1863, Sidetrack Crimson Red 02F will receive the reserve champion junior female award from Lazy HJ Stock Farms. Congratulations to all 4 of our contenders in our very competitive National Shorthorn Junior Championship. We move into our cow-calf pairs now, a single class of 2-year-olds and a single class of mature cows that will ultimately lead us into our senior champion female drive, sponsored by Painterth Shorthorns and Golden View Shorthorns.
Rob, over in our Simmental ring, if we have a representative from Checkmate Simmentals and Westway Farms, they are our banner sponsors for our senior champion bull, and that is a class in the ring. If you're here, please come ringside to help the girls. We're now ready to have comments on our senior champion bull class from Judge Tyson Hertz.
I think there's a lot of quality in these 2 big bulls that we have out here today, but I think when push comes to shove, the flexibility and the running gear on this big bull is just unbelievable. For a bull with that much mass and power, he still gets out and trucks around here, like he's like he's a cat. Like, he just gets out and goes, and I love that about him. He's good-footed, stout hip, still has some presence to him. I think a heck of a bull at the top end, and that's taken nothing away from a really good one here in second. I think what splits the pair for me is just how they get out and move. I think I'd like to see just a little more fluidity in the hawk and pasterning on our second place bull, and I'd like to see him just open up with a little more dimension directly behind his shoulder to compete with this big racehorse we got up front. 2 really exceptional bulls that, used in the right program, have a lot of future.
Thank you, Tyson. So your senior champion bull receiving the banner sponsored by Checkmate Livestock is entry 2049 from JT Livestock Limited of Stettler with JT Greater Consensus 113E. Your reserve senior bull champion receiving the banner from Westway Farms is DMDM Oklahoma Stomp 715E. That's entry 2048 from Dreammaker Cattle Company of Westlock. Of course, those two bulls are coming right back in because, ladies and gentlemen, we're lining them up for the champion bull class. This is a great opportunity to tee up PJ Butler and his team as we get ready to present our champion of the world here in our Simmental Grand Drive.
Well, and just before that happens, Trace, we're happy to queue up our judge of our National Shorthorn Show, Judge Hickman, with comments on his 2-year-old class.
It's a shame, really, that there's only this one pair in this 2-year-old division. This is a beautiful cow. She's really well balanced. She's certainly got a lot of rib shape, a beautiful front third to her, and a really, really nice hip structure. And you can tell she's had a beautiful udder through this lactation and doing a well a job on a heifer calf who's patterned very similar. And that's a beautiful thing to see, kind of a pair that matches up. Mom and baby have a lot of strengths, a lot of similarities, and that's a really, really nice pair. Certainly could have withstood quite a bit more competition. Great job.
And thank you, Judge Hickman. First place in our 2-year-old class and advancing to the senior championship, entry 1869, Golden View Lassie 130E, with the Golden View Classy Lassie 130G heifer calf at side. Congratulations to class winner, Golden View Shorthorns from Smoky Lake, Alberta. You're headed to the senior championship of our National Shorthorn Show. Next up, the single entry mature cow.
Well, Rob, over in ring number 2, what a lineup of bulls. We're going to let our judge, Tyson Hertz, take a few minutes to deliberate because we have some extraordinarily important presentations to make. We have the 2018 Simmental Champion of the World competition, which took place from the 1st to the 14th of December. This was the 7th time that this annual competition had taken place and the 3rd time for the Simmental breed to be included. More than 1,000 entries from 77 countries featuring 16 breeds were represented in this year's competition. Champion Simmental cattle from 50 different countries were judged by 4 official judges. Philippe Andre Ferrero from Colombia, Stuart Roby from New Zealand, Rosalie Goulding from Ireland, and Alberto Benuet from Mexico. The 2016 Simmental Miss World was from the USA, and the 2017 Simmental Miss World was from South Africa. The 4 regional champions in the 2018 Miss World competition were from Argentina, South Africa, Ireland, and Mexico. And the winner of the 2018 Simmental Miss World competition was Clona Darling Eyes E.T., owned by Garrett and Lindsay Behan of Clonahan Pedigree Herds in Ballyfin, Portaloise, Ireland. Clona Darling Eyes E.T. qualified by winning the 2018 Tullamore Simmental Show, presenting the championship buckle and banner to Garrett Behan, our PJ Butler, Emily Lochner, Bruce Holmquist, and Garth Rancier. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for our Simmental Champion of the World female. Congratulations. On the bull side, the 2016 Simmental Champion of the World was from Canada. The 2017 Simmental Champion of the World was from Argentina. The 4 regional champions of the Simmental of the World competition were from Argentina, South Africa, Czech Republic, and Canada. And the winner of the 2018 Simmental Champion of the World competition was Von Adel Token, NV 1471, owned by Von Adel Simmentalers of Vendersdorp, Northwest Province in South Africa. Von Adel Token qualified by winning the 2018 South African National Simmentaler Show. Presenting this championship buckle, certificate, and ribbon to Nico Venter and Nico Venter Jr., are PJ Butler, Emily Lochner, Lee Stringham, Bruce Holmquist, and President of the Canadian Simmental Association, Garth Rancier. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, draw your attention to center ring. Let's put our hands together for our 2018 Champion of the World Simmental.